A great night, really proud of our guys. Fast start. I believe we scored points every drive there in the first half, and the guys were ready to play. And that's really, what it's all about this time of year. It's about getting better and better, and we really had our best week of practice. The guys have been locked in, went out there and executed. I mean, there's a lot of things on video that make you a little bit nervous with Boston College. They had a lot of things schematically on video that we had to prepare for. Probably one of the most difficult weeks for that offensive line and quarterback and running backs to prepare for the different blitz looks and to come out and be ready to play was awesome. And I thought Trevor played great, made a lot of really good decisions. Travis ran the ball hard, and we were able to get it out there in the perimeter and get it guys in space. Really happy for DeAndre Overton. I think that was awesome for him to have 3 touchdowns, and he's a guy that's just worked extremely hard. And like I've said many times before, he had every reason probably to look to get in the transfer portal and go somewhere, and he decided he wanted to stay here and continue to work. So it was awesome to see him get rewarded. Every year maybe the Boston College touchdown club comes in and gives out the big trophy for winning the game, but they also give out an MVP. So I thought it was pretty special that DeAndre got that MVP, and something that his teammates were really happy. Another thing is first time all year, no turnovers, and that's what we've really been preaching, is improving on protecting the football. We got a chance to be a really good offense if we don't turn the ball over. That was a big goal going in. And then really proud of that offensive line. I think it was fitting on Coach Caldwell's 500th game for the offensive line to go out and get 302 yards rushing, and that's just 3 weeks in a row we're running the ball for close to 300 yards. And really good job by that group. 5 for 5 in the red zone with points, and then I thought we did a good job on third down. And so overall it was a great night, moving in the right direction, and I think our guys locked in and get ready to go next week.
Is this as sharp as you've been all year? And you've told us earlier about moving in the right direction, kind of typical what Clemson has done. Is this kind of like the next step, and you guys seem to be right on course for playing your best ball?
I can't explain why it happens that way, but it just felt that way. And that's kind of how it's been in the past, and I could tell with our group, because really in some of the previous games it wasn't like there was just a lot of bad plays out there. There was just a few bad plays, a few turnovers that cost us opportunities for points. But I mean, our guys really have been locked in and focused, and really just, we wanted to see, we haven't felt like up to this point that we've seen, what we can be offensively when we're executing at a high level. And I felt like, especially in the first half when everybody was in there, we were able to see that for the first time all year.
Jeff, that first series of plays obviously scripted from practice, but it was really, so you guys really put the dagger out and going out deep really early.
Yeah, that was fun. We really thought it was going to be raining, so we thought that little pitch back pass would be even better if it was raining, thinking that we were going to run the ball, but we ended up getting a pass interference out of it. The biggest thing is, just wanting to be aggressive early on, and when you're playing a team like Boston College, you can't be conservative, you can't sit back. I mean, you got to go attack in the running game and passing game, and I think our guys did that. That was probably the only disappointing in the first half, was not being able to get a touchdown there on that first drive, but those guys made up for it on the next 5 drives.
What have you seen out of DeAndre in practice? Has this been building to this level?
It has. DeAndre's been doing a great job in practice. I mean, he's one of the most consistent, hardest working guys that we have, and really it's just kind of some games the ball finds you, and if you're doing what you're supposed to do and the ball finds you, then you got a chance for some big plays. And I think that was just really special and very rewarding for him, for all of the hard work that he's put in. And he's really the only guy in our wide receiver group that every week has to know all 3 positions, because I kind of consider him, one of those fourth players that could be a starter, and so that requires a lot of attention to detail, and it was great. I mean, his teammates, those other wideouts, were very happy for him, and very rewarding. I think it's a great message when it's easy this day and age to jump in the portal if you're not starting or not getting the opportunities that you want. And I think this is a pretty awesome example of a guy being rewarded for sticking it out and really working hard to improve and make the most of the opportunities that he got, and he did that today.
Did he require any lifting up early in the season? Because so much talk was made of him replacing Amari in the slot for at least the start of the year, and Amari came back quickly, as we know, and DeAndre really never got that big opportunity that maybe some of us were thinking he was going to get.
Yeah, and really it was not a difference in level of his work ethic or practice habits or anything like that. And we just got, we got a lot of guys that are kind of rolling in there, and different times guys are in, the ball goes different places. So I think for him, but what I would say is he never got discouraged. I mean, I've just been so proud of him being a senior, and every week, some weeks he didn't get the ball, but he was been a great leader for us, and he's been ready, and that's why he was ready tonight for this moment, and he definitely maximized it.
Coach, you saw Justin taking punts out there in pregame, and then he got a couple tonight for the game. When did you start working him on punts? Is that something you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're just always trying to build some extra depth there at punt return. I know DK was kind of banged up early in the week, so we weren't exactly sure. Maybe just trying to take that off of his plate this week. And so we wanted to add an extra guy back there. So Justin's really caught the ball really well in practice, just had many game opportunities. So we thought it'd be a good opportunity there with the game in control to let him get back there and get a couple live looks.
Do you feel like it was the most complete performance y'all had this season, especially in the first half?
Yeah, I would say so, and especially when you consider no turnovers and just the execution. After that first drive, we drove the ball all the way down there, settled for a field goal, but then to go 5 touchdown drives in a row. I think it's definitely the best game that we've played so far, and we were able to kind of get a glimpse of what it looks like when we don't have penalties and turnovers and things that really kind of set us back and put us behind the chains.
I guess with their size and stature, did y'all feel like they really weren't equipped to play a space game, and that's where y'all's advantage?
Yeah, watching video, we wanted to get the ball out in space. I mean, typically Boston College has been last year I think we rushed for maybe 120, something like that. And, so typically they're a difficult team in the box. They got some strong guys in there. So we wanted to get the ball out there on the perimeter and kind of changed up a few things and got the ball in space, maybe to DeAndre on his first touchdown, and then Amari maybe on that next one. So just give our guys some easy touches in space and make some guys miss, and they did that.
Were you impressed with the blocking from the receivers and tight ends when you got the ball in the perimeter?
Yeah, I think there were some good ones. I'll have to go back and watch it on video before I brag on them too much, but there definitely was some key blocks, and that was really one of the challenges. Excuse me. That was one of our challenges going into the game because they play with some bigger guys out there. Their nickel Sam is more like a Mike linebacker, 225 pounds, and so we knew one of the keys to the game was going to be, our guys fitting up some of those perimeter runs, and felt like we did a pretty good job of that from what I could see from the sidelines.
Jeff, is there a chance Amari's even faster or quicker than he was before? Like, just on that touchdown, it seemed like he really showed a quick burst,
Yeah, I think he's better than he was last year. That one run he had against Syracuse made me feel like he might be a little bit faster than last year. But, he been fighting this all week. But, it's kind of hard for me to really remember exactly where he was last year. But I do think that he's more confident, and for him to come back from a knee injury and be even more confident run after catch than he was last year before it, I think really says a lot about his mentality that he has, because that's not normal for guys coming back from ACLs.
Jeff, what has adding more design